First, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to be here and participate in this very interesting symposium. I think it's a great opportunity. And thank you especially to Daniel, who has prepared a very good paper, a very informative paper on the Danish National Planning Framework. I'm impressed by your work and very inspired, and we've had some very good discussions, I think. Daniel claims, among other things, in his last slide that the current Danish planning system has less power than it used to have at the strategic level. And I would like to comment on this issue in my here. Denmark is a very small country, as you described, small population and small area. Most of the population living in cities and towns and some in the countryside. But at the same time, there's a wish for a lot of other activities, business, development, agriculture, tourism, wind turbines, nature protection. So we have to be careful of what the land use is. And Denmark will not become political, beautiful and well planned spontaneously. We think in the ministry that visions are required about what type of country, what kind of landscape and what kind of municipalities that are desirable in the future. And this requires, in the ministry's vision, strategies and spatial planning to create and maintain this high quality surroundings that we demand, both in nature and environment and landscapes and in cities and towns. As Daniel has described, Denmark has a simple and very clear spatial planning system with a strongly decentralized division of tasks. The municipal plan has a key role for development and land use. So it's the municipal councils that are responsible for the comprehensive land use regulations, both at municipal and local levels, with legally binding guidelines for property owners. Each council adopts a political strategy for the municipal planning and decides how it will revise the municipal plan. The municipal plan adopted then compromises the framework for preparing local plans and processing cases. The local plans are prepared regularly when needed. The Planning Act is often modernized, and during the last 10 years, there has, among other things, been a focus on promoting strategic planning and reinforcing the public participation, along with, as Daniel described, an ongoing decentralization and centralization at the same time. So we have the planning tasks have been transformed from one level to the other. The municipal councils adopt a political strategy for municipal planning, and the regional councils prepare a strategic plan for spatial development in each of the 5 regions, and the Minister of Environment is responsible for upholding the national interest, for example, in the National Planning Report. As you showed on your slide, I have it here in the actual form with the beautiful pictures and short text about how the planning guidelines for the municipalities seen from the Minister of Environment and the government. Planning framework of today has been established in order to meet the challenges of today. This is talking about movement from rural areas to cities and larger towns, education, jobs, activities. It's the urban development, making room for new activities in declined industrial areas. It's the climate challenge. We have a very long coastline in Denmark and a lot of it's a very flat country. Highest point is 180 meters, so we have a lot of low land and it's exposed to the climate challenge. And new political goals regarding renewable energy, wind turbines, biogas fuel, etc. So today, visions and goals and strategic planning on the 3 levels of government is seen as part of the answer to these new challenges. It is seen as a way of working, a process in which it is relevant and important to make citizens, private investors, public authorities, non-governmental organizations, and others take part in the planning process. it can create a broader ownership to the spatial planning, which can be concretized in municipal and local plans. A question I would like to discuss could be in which way national visions and strategies can support and inspire the municipal councils in the participation, in the preparation of the municipal plans. In other words, how we can maintain a strong national interest and upholding and yet have a qualified municipal planning. So, this was
Thank you very much.